Okay.
Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Cod and Two Minds podcast.
Big baby.
Yep. Nope. Yep.
We're back, bitches.
What up? What up, people? What up?
Last interlull international break of the year has come and gone. Congratulations to the U.S. men's national team for getting their shit together. Still got a long way to go, but good job, Bruce. You know,
Bruce Arena. He's
big.
The American, what do they call it? Italian beef sandwich eating arena.
What do they call that? He's I don't know, He let's just put it this way. He may have a little, oh gosh, how can you say that? But he may have a little, who's the, Richard Simmons.
Okay,
Tendency.
everybody.
No, I mean, not as, flamboyant, but I mean, there's a little, you know what I mean? He's got a little tendencies. You know what I mean?
Okay, everybody, put your hands together. Let's twist again, like we did.
Like I said, not as flamboyant, but there's, I don't know. There's something there, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
His speech impediment. His speech impediment. That's probably why, like you said.
Is there a lisp? Is there a lisp?
It's anyway, like it starts to be a lisp, and then he kind of corrects it, but like you could see it coming. I bet when he has a couple drinks and he's around the house, he just be yeah.
Anyway, great hire. He perfect guy to come in here and get the ship back. Enough of that, though. Oh gosh, USA.
Yeah.
Let's get to it. 2-2. Arsenal fight back twice to get a draw against Man City, a game both teams needed to win. What are some of your thoughts?
I guess my takeaway is Arsenal's the up and down the squad. I guess considering injuries and things, but we're not that great,
Yeah.
But part of that same one is like I'm realizing like Man City's not that great either. Like,
Right. Yeah.
I mean, they might be better on points than us right now, whatever. But just in general, like, they definitely pushed it to areas where they could have, made things happen, and they constantly were just off the mark and just kind of not making it happen.
I mean, it looked like both teams, had a lot of players away on international break. And coming into a big game on the weekend, it just looked like both teams really couldn't get going. Before the game, I was one of those people who was saying, it looks like, the Arsenal players have finally said they've had enough and they're not playing for the old man. And I have to tip my hat to the team because, they did come back twice and they showed a little fight. And so, that was refreshing to see that, they were still, fighting for the manager.
Yeah.
That was good to see. I will give him credit for that. But like you said, the performance, we had some good stretches, but it just didn't. It's just one of those games,
Yeah, I mean, attitude wise, like I guess my revelation to myself saying like they're just not that great is, they clicked it on more than a few times and put some effort out there. Even though the game was drudgingly slow, like for many periods, fools just standing around and shit, like not even moving on the ball or nothing.
Yeah, that was a long first half, definitely.
It was kind of funny after Arsenal scores is every time you saw Arsenal really pick up the pace for a little bit, like after they scored and got cut up bad in the second goal for Man City.
Just real. I mean, and that's if you've been an Arsenal fan for a while, that's the shit that's been going on for ages.
Yeah.
First of all, we give up a goal. What's my thing? If you can't keep a clean sheet within the first 15 minutes of a match, then it's just gonna be a struggle. And we give up one of the just. I don't know. It's embarrassing, but at this stage in the game with Arsenal, it's not embarrassing. But it just, within the first 5 minutes, we give up just an easy goal. Just an easy goal.
Yeah.
It's
like what I was saying, like part of my revelation is, so like I said, and overall, I'm not like terribly disappointed by the way they played, but like, if that's that could be possibly about as good as we could do this year, and that's not that great,
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, okay, the first goal, we can't give up goals like that, but we do all the time, So if we eliminate those out of our game, we could have won 2-1,
Yeah.
I know it sounds easy, but I mean, just. It was just so simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mustafi comes running up for some strange reason. Hector doesn't get the inside of Sane or whatever. And, De Bruyne just scoops it up in space. And Sane just manhandles him and beats him at pace and goes around the keeper and scores. But, I mean, it's like what, 2 touches from the keeper? The keeper passes it to De Bruyne. He passes it into space. Yeah. Sane gets it and it's a goal. And it's like, wow, the game just started.
I know.
You know what I mean? And, and this is what we've been dealing with all season for 10 years now, just giving up dumbass goals at the wrong time. But, once that happened, it looked like Man City was going to go on and kind of dominate. And we weathered the storm. Because they had a lot of opportunities to score goals, but we weathered the storm and we kind of fought our way back into it. And, we finally scored a goal with Theo. But like you said, it was just one of those games where it was just, it was a good game, you know what I mean? But it's just as far as the footballing that was on display, as far as, technique-wise, it just... it was a good competitive match, but as far as the football that was being played, some of the mistakes, it just wasn't, wasn't the greatest football match of all time. But it was a competitive match between two teams with shaky defenses who like to play football. It was a good competitive match.
Right. I got you.
You know what
I mean? I liked I liked Montreal today. He played well. I still find myself defending Koch just because of his, like, he tries, but he's looking dumber and dumber every week now. Yeah. He's just really starting to really worry me, I'm just like
I knew 2 years ago when he refuses to fucking do something with his hair, get a fade, shape it. You know what I mean? He just he just goes out there and sports anything. So I knew
Ladies
right
and
there.
gentlemen, you might not know this, but that is what they call bedhead for black man. See, that's a bedhead from that's just from his pillow. That's just
it's just anytime you refuse to, you know what I mean? Just fix yourself up, man. Come on, and it's just that's part of it. Like you said, I was a staunch defender of Cock, but he's pushing forward more than Xhaka, even though he's a better defender than Xhaka.
Yeah.
Xhaka is just, Xhaka doesn't know what the fuck to do out there, but, try to ping long, crispy, beautiful passes around the pitch. But, I mean, he can't even really do that consistently. His tackling, the yellow card.
His first yellow was just a trip. He jumped up like I didn't do nothing, and it's like, man, the whole stadium saw it, dude, and and then the announcer made the little comment like Xhaka spoke this week and was like, I take offense to people that say I'm just rash and not a very smart defender, and I was like, man, you're not even supposed to be responding to those kind of haters, right. It's obviously in your head, it's in your head now. Huh? You're you're not shit. I'm kind of a farce.
Well, I mean, the thing is, he's so, he's so gone, off the rails that he doesn't even know he's doing it now. You know what I mean? Oda Benny's on the ground damn, this fool almost took out my Achilles, and Jacques like, man, come on, get up, dude. What are you doing? He's just scrambling around all over the place, complaining, pleading his innocence, and it's like, dude, you took him out. You know what I mean? It was a dumb change.
Hey, the thing is that you could see it from a mile away coming because he just
right.
Just
you're
hella far away, just took off sliding. I'm like, where are you going, dude?
When you're watching again, you're like, don't do it, no. You know what I mean? Every time he gets ready to slide, you're like, no. Oh, you know what I mean? But it's like, yeah. Look, this is the thing, dude. He's so. It's incredible, dude. I don't know what's being taught to these guys. Okay, here's the thing, dude. He's probably a little faster than Yaya Toure, but when you watch the game, do you see Yaya Toure trying to run around and make vicious tackles on people?
No.
Not at all. Not at all. But he's still effective, right? He's still effective because he gets it. He's like, I'm too slow to get there in time. So what I'm going to do is position myself so that when he gets it, I can be in position to defend or pretend like I'm defending by just being in the way until we get the ball back and I can control what happens with my passing. I mean, you just watch that guy out there. He's slower than dog shit, but he's controlling the game. You know what I mean? But, for some reason, Xhaka feels like he can make these challenges and do all the things Cock can do, but he doesn't have the speed and the smarts to do it. So it's it's an obvious fix if somebody would sit him down and be like, dude, stop making tackles. You're not good. You're not good at it. Stop it.
And Yaya is doing all this in his house shoes. He is, his bunions hurt, man. He is tired of this.
He's running around there like his feet hurt. You know what I mean? Because he's got house shoes and bunions. Exactly right, Fitz. Exactly. So, I don't get it. But, all in all, my Xhaka review of the game, I really didn't notice him too much out there except for the bad challenges. But, he like you said, you were going to give him time, and I guess I'm still giving him time.
Yeah. Well, and the truth is, I know, we don't have many other choices right now. So
right. Jack Wilshere, he's not even getting time for Bournemouth now.
Yeah, I saw him come in. They said he hadn't played in the last 4 games or something. I was like, damn.
You know what I'm saying? And they're paying a lot of money for that guy.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You know what I mean? Jackie boy. You know what I'm saying? But what else? Monreal, he looked good going, pushing up that line on the overlap. He gave Alexis a lot. Who are some of your other standouts? It's a tough one.
Man, I mean, it's hard to really say.
Yeah,
like anybody else. Like, I believe it or not, I give it up to Ospina. He did make some big stops.
Yeah. He still. I used to be a staunch supporter of Ospina, but he scares the shit out of me. You know what I mean? But in an exciting, cool way. You know what I mean? Because he's lucky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a good attribute to have. Like he's a lucky bastard. But I mean, I don't know. He's shaky.
Is it more of a Fabianski way or more of a Almunia way? Is there a difference, Fitz? Is there a difference?
Neither. He's way better than them, but he's just I don't know. It's
yeah.
It's the Mohawk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, the Mohawk is so 2005, man.
What about on Theo's goal? I had a huge chuckle. One of my scapegoats for years was Gael Clichy.
Yeah,
he was my guy. He was my go-to guy to blame everything on. You know what I mean? And Theo's goal, it was just classic Clichy. When they showed the replay, he's like, "Oh shit, I'm going to play him on sides." So he's trying to get back to the line to get an offsides call. He's late. Theo gets it, and then he runs over there and just fumbles on the clearance and can't quite get it. And
he throws himself between the keeper and the ball.
Right, he's in the way. He just completely just makes a mess of it. And I must have laughed. I was like, "Now that's the Gael Clichy I know right there. That's the guy."
Yeah.
How many times as Arsenal fans have we seen that? You know what I mean? Like he's going, like the ball's going out of bounds, and he tries to keep it in, and you know what I mean? Just so many little mistakes.
Yeah.
Like if anything, he slept rock. If anything can go wrong, it will go wrong.
Exactly.
And that was just a beautiful example of that. I got a good chuckle on that.
I remember when Nani used to lick his chops. Like, oh shit, I got Clichy today. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to use this motherfucker right here.
Oh yeah, those are rough days for Clichy. But yeah, that was funny as hell. Clichy plays him on sides and then can't clear the ball and gets in the way, and it's just a great Theo goal. He didn't have to think at all.
Nope. Sure did.
Got it. Shoot, man.
Poke it.
G. Willikers. I did it.
He always puffs his chest a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit.
Yeah, because he knows that's it. I'm about to disappear for the rest of this motherfucking game. I'm about to disappear.
All right.
Excuse me.
They did make notice to something that both you and I have pointed out about two different players. I do remember hearing the comment like, "Oh boy, Bellerin, he missed Theo." Just last week we were talking about this.
Right.
Theo took off on a run. The high line was all the way to midfield. He's going to outrun anybody. All Bellerin has to do is put it into space. Just put it up there, dude.
Right.
He chose to pull it back and make the simple 5-foot pass to the middle instead,
Scared, right. Gibbs syndrome.
Yeah, I just there's I guess the main thing, like why I say like I was just like, we're not that great. It's like, I mean, there's no real attack on the goal from us, you know?
No.
Slowly side to side, build it up. Let's see if we can lump one in and somebody makes an error on the clearance and we, it's like, when I'm looking at other teams, just like, even like your Southamptons and your Crystal Palaces and shit, like they attack, they run lanes and attack and try to like push the line, push the offense forward.
Yeah, no, that was that was one of the things I noticed from Ozil today. His little runs in around the box were kind of, oh wow, that's clever, you know what I mean? Or oh, look at that. You know, I did notice that today. But as far as the midfield, Xhaka, Koch, it's just not happening at all. As far as being, progressive and attacking and passing the ball forward and finding those little spots, it doesn't happen at all. It's all It's sideways and back, and Alexis has to come back and get the ball and try to make something happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing with Santi. He can get the ball from deep, look up, find Ozil in, the area where Ozil needs to get the ball, where he can, make a killer pass. Santi can do that. You know what I mean? Get the ball deep, look up, find Ozil. Ozil gets it, makes his magic happen or whatever. Now we got Xhaka and Koch. They get it, instead of getting, so they don't get caught on the ball, because that happens a lot with those two. They just say, fuck it, and pass it sideways or pass it back. And we got to reset and start over, and that just gives teams the, organize, set up, and, shut down the way we want to play. And, when Ramsey's out there, it's the same thing, if not worse. Because he'll take Aaron two-touch Ramsey. He's going to take another touch on that. Oh, wait. He's going to take another touch. And then,
get kicked in his heels, almost go down, and then make the pass backwards. Like
I'm a little stressed out watching Aaron. Is he going to get caught? Oh, wait. Another touch. And he passes it back to Mustafi. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you know what I mean? It just goes on. And we play that game in that midfield, and it's like nothing really going forward. So, there you have it. The Bellerin, if even the announcer tried to throw a little fucking, he tried to throw a little cap out there when Sané beat him, and that's Sané. He said, that's Sané beating the fastest man on the pitch. You see what I'm saying, man? You see what I've been saying? I thought about you. You always say you think he's lost a bit, a pace or two, but I didn't see it until that. I mean, he just got completely just beat.
That's a trip. I missed that one, but I saw another one where I was like, see, I don't think like they made a pass out to the wing, and his first touch was like up ahead, and Sané was like 2 steps behind, and Sané walked him down. I'm like, I don't know if he's that fat, like, and I'm not saying like, oh, of course it's harder to run with the ball, but I mean, he only made like 1 touch, and Sané had just walked him down, like,
yeah. There's there's some on those other teams, those younger players like Sané, there's a moxie, there's a confidence, and there's a freedom to just go for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at Arsenal, we thought we had that, but I guess the players just don't really have confidence to just really go for it. And you see that with players like, Bellerin, Xhaka, you know what I mean? They just seem like they're just playing with the handbrake on, a lot of the time.
I never really thought about it to question it, because especially like last year when Ozil had the ball a lot and was, dropping dimes all over the pitch and blah, blah, blah. But like, are we a team that kind of lacks creativity? Like,
yeah.
I mean, is it the style of Wenger that leaves us lacking creativity, or do our players really just kind of lack a creative brain, a creative mind?
I think, you got fools like Theo. Yeah, I said you got busters like Theo out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He should be playing. He should be playing. Like, it's like he's like a no disrespect intended, but he should be playing like it's like he was born over here in the United States and he learned how to play soccer over here. Like he's a great athlete. He can run through cones, but as far as the you know what I mean, the creativity, the imagination, the composure to make shit happen, it's not there. It's just not there. We only have a couple of those players on the team. Ozil and Alexis, Ozil needs like 5 other good players with him for him to really shine.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have enough, then he's going to look like a lazy jerk off. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what he looks like half the time. Whereas, Alexis, he can make shit happen on his own. But I mean, as far as creativity, I mean, where are you going to get it with this team? Where are you going to get it?
Yeah. I mean, they just a lot of them seem to be like in that like not quite better than half on their creativity level. Like Iwobi, he's young, so I don't know how much I'm supposed to be expecting, but then I get the feeling he thinks he's kind of creative, but not really. I don't see a lot of our guys that like, Ozil's the only one that you kind of notice like, maybe Xhaka every once in a while will like kind of spot a guy and put the right bend on it up ahead where you're like, that was creative thinking, like you were thinking about how are we going to get this ball in behind,
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them that like, they just, even if they kind of see that there's something, a place to squeeze one through or something, like it's always stop, nope, pass it to the side, pass it to this guy over here that's by himself, And
not a lot of running with the ball from our midfield. You know what I mean? There's no taking anybody on and just, except for Alexis. But I mean, it would be nice to have more than one. You look at Man City. They got Silva and they got Richie Cunningham or what's his name? De Bruyne. They got him. You know what I mean? People.
Sterling.
They got people who get the ball and try to make shit happen.
Yeah.
Aggressively. You know what I mean? And that's why I do want to tip my hat to the team because Ozil and Sanchez didn't have a good game. They weren't at their best. They looked a little tired, all the travel, and we still, were able to fight back to a 2-2 draw. So I will tip my hat to the team for fighting back. But it's just, there's just a dullness, you know what I mean, with the way we play. It's just something that's just been slowly increasing because, nothing changes. It's the same thing over and over and over again. And I just think, I don't even care if he stays or goes. It's going to be a rough, to me, it's a 3-year project to get back to where we were from this point on. It's a 3-year project. We got so many players who aren't up to our standards on the team. We might have, some of our superstars leaving. Wenger might sign a 2-year contract. Either way, it's going to be a 3-year project. It's going to be a 3-year project for us to get back. And that's only if, the board and the manager can come together and, come up with some sort of plan of how they're going to do that. But if people think we're just magically going, get 4th place or win the FA Cup and do all these little, oh gosh, no. Even if we do, it doesn't matter. It's just next year we're going to be talking about the same shit we're talking about right now.
Right.
Go back and read some of your favorite blogs. It's the same shit that's going on right now. So
yeah, I mean, which is pretty much why we started this podcast, because we've been having this conversation for years now. You know, sometimes all you could do is talk it out with somebody. Just like say the words and get it out, so you don't sit there and just be like with your head turned like a dog. Like, what's going on? I don't understand. What's wrong?
Exactly. So I don't even care about, oh gosh, he's gonna sign or he's not.
Yeah, I mean,
sign.
I'm already putting it down. He's signing. So I mean,
either way, I mean, that all in itself. This whole fiasco of him not wanting to say, or, I'll tell you when I want to. That just represents, everything. The way we play, the way we do, give up dumb goals, the way nobody really has any, doesn't really know what's going on out there. It's just, that's just a perfect representation of the team and how it's playing right now. Like nobody knows what's going on. It's just a big mystery for some strange reason. It has to be, for some strange reason, like he can't just be like, yeah, I'm signing. So eat a bowl of dicks. I'm signing. Fuck off.
Right.
I run this shit. I'm Austin Vinga. I'm Vinga. I run this shit. Okay.
I'm motherfucking King Kong around this bitch. Okay.
I'm King Kong. I can't do that in a Vinger voice. I'm gonna try here in a little bit, but I don't know.
Bill, I am King Kong. I am.
Don't nobody have anything on me.
Okay.
I am King Kong, motherfucker. Anyway, just stop, dude. Just stop. Stop with the foolishness.
Snuck a little African in there, though. It's
Walla walla le. What do you mean?
So I don't know what to think about, the rest of the season. I'm just gonna watch the games.
Yeah. Dude, you don't support your team?
Like maybe the FA Cup run, that would be great, but we gotta play Man City again.
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, you know what I mean? I sent out a tweet, they're just toying with us when they scored their second goal. It looked like they could have easily scored, whenever they want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be honest. When they string some shit together, like you look at how they attacked us and created opportunities. And how we attacked them and how we created opportunities. Their shit was way more useful and way more direct. And you know what I mean? It was just like, oh shit, they're gonna score. Yeah. Fuck. And if hats off to Gabriel. He came in, his crazy looking ass came in and got some good blocks. You know what I mean? He did his little thing. So
crazy ass Gabriel.
You know what I mean? Psycho. You know what I mean? But he came in and he did pretty good. I was just raving about the Mustafi Koscielny pair, but you can't really have two crazy motherfuckers play center back at the same time. You really can't. And we should have learned our lesson with Koscielny and Vermaelen. You know what I mean? Especially them little 5'10", short, stocky center backs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those aggressive motherfuckers. No, you gotta have one that's cerebral, and you gotta have one that's crazy. You know what I mean? If only Per had a little more foot speed, he's perfect with Koscielny. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to be too hard on Mustafi. He's just a wild, crazy guy. He did score a good goal. But, somebody should tell him that, hey, man, hey.
Look.
Calm down, dude. Calm down. Stay right next to this motherfucker right here. Stay right here, okay? Calm down.
I think that like he's proof again that like another player that comes to Arsenal that I think it's for the name Arsenal. It's just a known name and a great club to go play for. But like you definitely didn't study the playing style of Arsenal as a center back. Because when I see him go running forward, like I always say, like, oh, he's done with this shit. Like He's sick of watching Arsenal just passing side by side, and that's why he just starts charging forward. He's like, man, I'll get the break going then, dude. I'll get it going, okay?
Blitzkrieg.
He's just like done. He's done looking at like, oh, look, we just passed it 29 times and got it 10 yards down the field.
Get out the way, you buster. I do
Blitzkrieg.
Right. And it could be a thing, when he first got there, he looked great. You know what I mean? He looked great. He just got thrown into the team and looked great. But, we're in April now. So he's slowly, all his good instincts, all the good coaching he had from wherever he came from, has slowly been sucked right out of him. and now, he's playing the Arsenal way, baby.
Yeah.
Just do whatever the fuck you want, man. Come on.
The Gunner Kool-Aid,
right,
is known. The side effects are complacency and and desire. Like you lose lack of that.
So I'm looking at the table now. We're sitting 6th on 58 points, 2 behind Man United, and 7 behind Man City at 4th place. And we do have a game in hand.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You ain't saying nothing with that game in hand though. Whatever, dude. West Ham. We got West Ham on Wednesday. Oh, and then we do a Monday game against Crystal Palace.
Big Sam, baby. What?
Check his pockets. Look for his pockets.
Big Sam pulling out gizzards and eating them.
That's popcorn gizzard. That's popcorn gizzard. What you talking about?
Chewing on gizzards all game like a doctor. Like what?
That's the chewiest meat snack I ever seen. What is he chewing on?
All the dogs follow Big Sam to the park in hopes and anticipation for a gizzard to fall out of his pocket.
Yeah.
Watch his paws.
Now when he reaches, when he pulls his paw back out, that's when you gotta be there. Be right around his feet, okay?
You know how they show those fools getting off the buses and shit? You know what I mean? They got their suits on. Big Sam gets out, like 20 dogs just fucking... They crowd around his ass and wait for a gizzard to fall. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
Big Sam steering the ship, eating chicken innards, fried. Don't boil them, mate. I want them chewy.
For a pie, mate.
I want them chewy. Anyway, dude, stop with the foolishness. Stop. So we got West Ham on Wednesday. We need a result. So good luck to the team. We'll be watching. We'll be supporting. That's going to do it for today's podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the emails and all the support. Email. You want to talk about this destroying the ending of a podcast every week? Come on. What are we talking about here?
CITMpodcast@gmail.com. Write us an email. Give us a shout out. Say what's up. Or go to iTunes, rate and review us. Subscribe to the podcast, please.
Oh wow! See, it's not easy. It's not easy.
I am at Gooner Rush, and You can reach me there, or you can always go reach out to at CITM Podcast. At CITM Podcast.
Oh wow, that was good. That was good, Fitty. Way to pick me up there.
Hey, I got your back.
At E Marshall, EMARSHO. You can also find the show on YouTube, SoundCloud, anywhere. Just put us. I mean, come on, we know how this works. Just do a search. Caught in Two Minds. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Get at your boy. What? Get at your boy. Peace.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Caught in Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes and subscribe, rate, and review the show. All feedback is much appreciated. If you would like to contact the show, drop us an email at citmpodcast@gmail.com. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITM Podcast, at Gooner Rush, and at E Marshall. That's EMARSHO. The music in this podcast has been provided by Statics. If you like what you hear, be sure to check them out at staticsentertainment.com and follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Statics Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.